What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I honestly don't know what day it is or what time it is. And welcome to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle, your body tour guide, your giggle leader. Yes, thank you. My producer's like, November 11th. Yes, thank you. I just got back from Scotland this morning. So I'm not sure what time zone I'm in. You know, I left the Scotland time zone, and then I was in Eastern time zone in the United States, and then Central time zone, and now I'm in Mountain time zone, I think. So I know. Who says thinking is a good thing? It's not, trust me. Thinking is the thing that gets me all mixed up with my wires right now, which is what I'm doing. Okay, so welcome everybody to Right Body for You. If you haven't ever joined us before, Right Body for You is a different kind of show. Yes, we talk about bodies, but we also explore how bodies contribute to your life. Right Body for You... Right Body for You is a part of Access Consciousness. Okay, it uses the tools of Access Consciousness. It was founded by the Access Consciousness founder, Gary Douglas, many years ago, like over 10 years ago, I think. And then, you know, the co-creator of Access, Dr. Dane here, has worked with it a lot also and continues to. And then at one point in time, I got to step up and play with Right Body for You. And if you guys haven't read the book, please check out the book, Right Body for You. If you remember the name of the show, it's the name of the book, Right Body for You. I'm on the cover, and I got to write the first chapter. And I get to facilitate these amazing workshops all over the world, Right Body for You workshops, and including things like we're just finishing up this thing called 30 Days of Nurturing You and Your Body. And oh my freaking hell. You guys, this has been the most amazing series for me, you know, as I've been putting it together. And just to see the difference that nurturing your body can make to your life and how nurturing your life can do for your body. And that's what I'm talking about. The Right For You show, it's a little bit different. Besides that, I'm extremely sarcastic. And it's funny, you guys. I knew I was sarcastic, but I don't spend a lot of time rewatching or re-listening to shows or classes I've done. And so when I made these videos for the 30-day series, you guys, oh my gosh, so I watched them because then I went to edit them because, you know, I used to be promotion production person in TV, so I'm like, I can edit my own videos. And so I would watch them to make sure, you know, it recorded correctly and the file was correct. And I would watch this and I would go, wow, I'm sarcastic. So the difference goes beyond the host's sarcasm. The difference is it actually gives you tools that allows you to change things. You know, and that's one of the things I've really, really, really been excited about Access Consciousness and, you know, then of course Right Body for You is the tools are so potent and so powerful when you use them. You know, my mom had a radio show for 27 years, and she had all these amazing people on all the time, and they gave you a couple of tools. Sometimes they worked great, sometimes they didn't, sometimes it was interesting results. But one of the things I like most about the Right Body for You and Access tools is they're tools that you can implement in a variety of ways. It's not just like A equals B, when this happens, you do this. And then that they actually work, because they work on the energetic level. And I knew somewhere that had to be possible, that things could shift and change quickly and easily. Because I don't know about you, but I've always been asking for things to be easier in my life. I've not actually enjoyed the trauma drama. Well, obviously I enjoyed it somewhere because I kept continuing to create it while asking for change and ease and then, getting more drama. But once I started using these tools, it's amazing how things actually shifted and changed. And it was interesting. One of the tools I give with pain, and yes, we're going to get to the topic, but one of the tools I give with pain is like if you have a headache, you can find that one molecule, who they belong to, yes, and then you can also find that one molecule that's willing to turn at 180. And so yesterday when I was traveling back, I had 3 flights, okay? One from Scotland to Scotland to Newark to Chicago to Salt Lake. And so when I landed in Newark, my body started experiencing what this reality would call a massive headache. And I was like, oh, holy freaking crap. So I did who does this belong to, and I got someone else, and then I did the 180 tool. But what's great about these tools, and it changed so much. It was amazing because it went from that migraine you want to throw up to just being there, which was, trust me, that's the magic, and everywhere we think that it's like, oh, but it's not completely gone, so the tools don't work. Truth, would you guys be willing to story and I create that? Right, wrong, good, bad, talk, nitrous, boys, and beyond. And that right there is an example of the access verbal processing, which if you want to learn more, go to theclearingstatement.com. You can learn all about it, but just know that it's like if you're willing for that to change and say yes, it will. Okay. So, you need to acknowledge that that's part of where the magic is that it went from that migraine, sun hurting, my eyes, wanting to throw up, to something that's just like, oh, my head's bothering me. In seconds. And those of you who know have gone down that migraine route, in this reality, it's not an easy comeback from that. But then what was interesting is so it's like, okay, so I was asked a different question. I'm like, okay, what body, what else do you require? And it was like, I got the indication to put my headphones in and play a couple of songs, which was interesting. I'm like, your head's hurting and you want this song piped into your head directly. And so I played the song, and it's from this artist in London. And it was really interesting. It's like the louder that got, the better my head felt, which none of this stuff ever makes cognitive sense, you guys, okay? So everywhere you're trying to make cognitive sense out of energy, truly, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, talk, online, church, boys, and beyond. And, and that's one of the things I love about these access tools is that it's adaptable, and it's magic, and it works now when you use them. Yes, when you use them, I've had a lot of people go, well, it didn't change. I'm like, what tool did you use? And then they just have that look on their face of like, oh, use a tool? Yes, use a tool. So everywhere we think that we can't use tools, would you be willing to try and create that? Right, wrong, good, bad, talk, online, church, boys, and beyond. All right, let's get to the topic today. You guys, this is one of my favorite topics. It really is, because it's such a thread of in everything else, okay? So the topic today is creating from the haves, not the have-nots. I love our tongue twister titles. Yes, creating from the haves, not from the have-nots, okay? And you guys, this is what we've been taught in this reality. We have been told, find what's wrong and fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Find what's missing and go from there, right? We've all been told these things. We've all heard these things. If you've listened to a couple of my shows, you've heard me lament about it. So it's like, first, with that point of view in place, that something has to be missing, something has to be wrong for you to create, to add, or to get better, how much of your life and your body has to be wrong, missing, or broken to be able to create, to be able to have, to be able to do, and to be able to be better. A lot, right? So everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and create it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, black and white, for boys and beyond. And it's interesting because it's find what's missing and go from there. We've even been taught to do that in the business world too, right? It's a business model. Find what's wrong, find what's missing, fill that void, and then you'll make money. Okay? Or find what people need, fill that void, then you'll make money. I was trying to create a business from this too when I first started with Access Consciousness. I had the bright decision to open a metaphysical bookstore in southern Utah because there wasn't a metaphysical bookstore in southern Utah. Now, business model, this world model says, find what's missing, fill the void, and you'll make money. Well, I think it needs more questions. Like, does southern Utah, which is one of the focal points for the Latter-day Saints or Mormon churches, does it actually desire a metaphysical bookstore, or would you get laughed out of town? Yeah, that second one. Fortunately, I didn't open it up. I started Access, right after that, and my life took a distinct right turn, 90 degrees. Thank you very much, Gary Douglas, Dr. Staying here. But yeah, it was interesting. Just because I found what's missing didn't mean it was actually being missed. Okay? You guys get that? Just because it was missing from the community didn't mean it was missed from the community. Okay? So look at that with your body and your life. How much of your body or life is different than what this reality says is acceptable? It's missing the truth. Is it missed? Okay? I grew up in a Latter-day Saints church, and supposed to get married and have kids early on and do all this and have the family. And I didn't do that. I don't anticipate actually having kids this lifetime. And so this reality says I am missing that. It's not actually missed, though, if I'm honest about it. It's not actually, I have a great life. I even helped raise children. My sister, her 4 children are very close to me, and I'm very close to them. It was funny because when I landed in Newark, so I was back in the United States, within 45 minutes, I had already spoken to 3 of the 4 children via text, and they're asking me questions, setting up this and that, whatever. Some of them maybe even lived with me. So it's like, this reality says I have the family life missing, but it's not missed because it just looks different. What's funny is her kids even have some of my traits. My sisters joked about this. She goes, I think I had the kids so you could go travel the world and do what you needed to do. I'm like, I think you did too. Thank you. And so it's interesting. This reality says it's missing, but it's not missed. So we're going to take a quick little break. So during the break, ponder that a little bit. What is, quote unquote, missing from your life? In truth, is it missed? Or is it just a different life? Same with your body. What do you think is missing from your body? Could be a physicalness, could be a health level, could be anything. It's like, what is this reality say is missing from your body? In truth, is it missed? Okay? So we're going to take a quick little break. I'm going to come back. I don't know. We might as well explore this topic a little bit more. What do you say, right? There's no energy on it. Just kidding. There's a lot of energy. We'll explore this a lot more. All right, so this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dane here, and I would like to invite you to an adventure in being. I've just written and finished a new book known as Being You, Changing the World. Are you one of those dreamers? One of those people who's always known that other possibilities should be available but haven't yet been able to see them be created? Well, I wrote this book for you. In it, you'll find tools, processes, and unique perspectives to change the things you've always wanted to change but didn't know how. In it, you'll find an invitation to a different possibility for a way that we can be in this world that changes not only our lives, but by being us, allows us to contribute to changing everything planet-wide that doesn't work. Are you aware that truly great people, truly being them, is the only thing that has ever created a great change on this planet? Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to be one? Check out a copy of my new book, Being You, Changing the World. I invite you to go to beingyoubook.com for a free gift.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am your host, your body tour guide, and your giggle leader. I kind of like that one. It makes me happy. It makes my body happy. That's one of my body's favorite movements, truthfully, is giggling. And if you think you don't move your body when you giggle, well, I don't know what you're doing with your midsection, but mine's moving. My lips are moving. Sorry. I'm Donnielle. Hello. We're a serious subject. We're a serious show. Or not. So today we're talking about creating from the haves, not the have-nots. Because this is what this reality tells us is find what's wrong, find what's broken, see what's missing, and fix it, fill it, or something. Fix it, fix it, fill it, and oh yeah, it's two fixes. Fix it, fill it, and fix it. There you go. Because this is honestly, this is what we've been taught. And it's honestly one of the most slippery slopes into judgment we tend to do. So all those places and spaces where you're like, I don't know how to not judge. I just have always been judging. Just judge. Well, yes, because it actually takes judgment. We're told from day one how to judge. Do you guys get that at all? Hello, this is me. My name is Donnielle. I'm about to start a tangent. Do you guys get this at all? We're taught from day one to judge. Is it any wonder how when we talk about judgment is the ultimate poison to the body or your life, and it's like, don't judge. What does that even look like? What would we even be without that judgment? Because this is what we've been taught. Find what's wrong and fix it. Well, how do we find what's wrong? It's like, we discern. That's judgment. Well, we collect all the data and then we see which is better. That's judgment. See what's broken. Judgment. You guys get this from day one. We're taught this. So would you guys be willing to be 10% kinder to you in this judgment realm? What I mean by 10% kinder is it's like, would you give yourself at least 10% of a break? You've been taught from the moment your first word or the first cry, you've been taught to judge. Okay? So is it any wonder why we think it's one of the scariest things in the world is to not judge? So truth, what would you, your life, and your body be if you had no judgment? And everything that brings up and everywhere you guys are just going, I have no idea what that looks like. Good. First part is the acknowledgement. So everything that is, destroy and create it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, apocalypse, night shirts, boys, and beyond. Okay? So with all of these things, find what's wrong and fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Find what's missing and go from there. First off, all of the SHICU implants and explants associated with that, holding that in place. Truth, would you guys be willing to destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, apocalypse, night shirts, boys, and beyond. All right, so we're taught, you guys, to create from lack. Okay? And it's a really interesting reality that we've chosen to come into, because it's like, okay, get ahead, get ahead, get ahead, get ahead, get ahead. And this, you guys, look at this with your money, look at this with your body, and look at this with your life, all right? Get ahead, get ahead, get ahead, which some of you just went dirty. I heard that in your heads, and thank you, those were lovely images when I said get ahead. Everything that brought up, destroyed and uncreated. Right, wrong, good, about huckle nature's boys and beyond. Sorry. Hi, I'm Donnielle. I'm an extreme pervert. Anyway, and so are all of you, because you guys are the ones who sent me the images. All right, so this reality tells us to get ahead, to do better, to create, to move forward. And then this reality tells us to only create from a lack. Okay? Do you guys get this? The reality tells us we can only create when we have a lack. Find what's missing and fill it. Find what's wrong and fix it. How often do you ever hear anybody say, oh, good, you're at this level, just keep going. We always have that. We're going to have to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Or it takes money to spend money. All of these are lack point of views if you guys look at it. Okay, for every 2 steps forward, you usually take 1 step back. Okay, so I'm going to anticipate those 2 steps forward with a 1 step back so that, I can lose a little ground and then gain ground. Or let me lose weight before the holidays so I can eat myself stupid and then regain that weight. I know people who went on a diet before going on a cruise so that they could lose the weight they anticipated gaining on the cruise. Okay? All of this is creation from a point of lack. You have to spend money to make money. It means you're going to lose money first to make money. Lack. Okay? With that point of view, you are always playing catch up. So when this reality says, get ahead, move forward, build, you're constantly going, okay, to build, I have to first create a hole, fill that hole, and then go from there. But then going from there, I have to do 1 step back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a hole, then I'm going to fill the hole, but then I'm going to take half of the hole out again so I can create, and then I will fill that up, and then I'll get like a little mound, and then for the next step, I'm going to have to get rid of that mound just to go back a little bit to have that hole so I can build from. And then, okay, so then I can do the mound and a little bit more. Then the next time I have to get rid of the little bit more. But look, I have the mound, and so I am getting ahead. But you guys, it's always from that place of lack. You have to have that lack as that place that starts you from. This is what this reality tells us. We have to have a lack to create from. Is that true? Can you actually build and create from a solid place? And I don't mean solid as in a solid point of view or anything like that. It's that you don't have to have that hole to build from. What if you could be standing on the ground and going, so what's up there? Yeah, okay, cool, let's go. Instead of going, okay, must have a hole, must have a hole, must have a hole. And everywhere we've been told that, well, if you have that solid footing, that you're selfish if you want more, create more, be more. And so we use the lack as reason and justification for that creation. Truth, would you be willing to try and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, nice, shorts, boys, and beyond. Cool. In the chat room, they're going, oh my gosh, it's part of the unconscious of money that I've been aware of and not really acknowledged. Yeah, you guys, it's insidious because it's not spoken about. And it was really interesting because I just, a couple days ago, I did during the 30 days series, we did we do some live calls here and there. And so we did this last live call we did. And you guys, it was so funny. The series is kick butt. We're on day 28 today, and so you guys, if you still want it, let us know because it's pretty cool. And so during this call, the subject was tips for when you quote unquote fall off the wagon. Okay, and it was so funny that I spent the first 10 minutes asking people, oh well, do you ever have those days where you don't listen to your body, or you ever have those days where it's like, oh, you knew the awareness but you chose not to do it? And it was really funny because the people were like, no. And I'm like, oh, so I'm the only one here that acknowledges that sometimes my body goes, no, I don't want a second slice of pizza, and I go, tough, I'm doing it anyway, or anything like that. I'm like, okay, so it's just me. But you guys, and eventually they're like, oh my gosh, yes. And it's like, when we actually shine the light on these kind of subjects, it takes away the seriousness, it takes away the power, it takes away the mystery, and it takes away the secrets. And when you have no secrets, you have no judgment of anything, okay? So this is why we're talking about this. Like, people are like, oh my gosh, that's been part of my stuff with money or my body, and I just haven't acknowledged it. You're right, because we've been told not to. Okay, so what secrets are you keeping? What secrets are you keeping? What secrets are you keeping upon pains of death? Or worse? Yes, there's worse than death. And everything that brings up, destroy, not create, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, nitrous, boys, and beyond. Okay, so this is like, well, this is one of the things you guys makes this show different is we talk about things other people don't talk about, which is let's stop this point of view perpetration of that you have to create from lack, that it's selfish to create from what you have, because you should be grateful for what you have, right? Shut up and be grateful for what you have, because some people have less than that. Well, I'm sorry. And they have choice too. What would you like to choose? What would you like to create today? Okay? So all of the oaths, vows, swearings, fealties, communalties, promises, and commitments to the holy and sacred order of creation from lack. Truth, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, nice, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Cool. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, what the heck? Let's talk about this a little bit more. If I haven't pissed you off yet and you're still listening and grateful, let's go. What would it take to actually create from more? Okay? All right, this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
Have you ever been on a land that was so joyful that your whole body lit up? Or swam in a river that brought all your cells to life? What if you are the gift the earth has been asking for? For the first time, Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here are facilitating a class for the Earth, with the Earth, and inviting you to connect to the Earth in a way that you may never have before. What else is possible with the Earth that you've never considered? The Earth class is a special 3-day class designed to give you the tools to create change wherever you go on this beautiful planet of ours, with the water, the land, the air, and people. It's inviting you to let the Earth know you are here and for the Earth, to touch you and let you know it is here for you too. You're invited to join Gary and Dane in Houston, Texas, or online January 24th to the 26th. Go to www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass for more information. All proceeds will go to El Lugar, a non-profit foundation dedicated to creating greater ecological possibilities. What kind of world would you like to live in? What future are you here to create? Just go to www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass, January 24th to the 26th. www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody, to Right Body for You. I'm Donnielle. I'm your host. I'm your body tour guide. I am your giggle leader and your shining the light in the dark corners of things we don't want to talk about, but if we talk about them, we actually allow everything to change guide today. Thank you for joining me. And if you are enjoying the show and you'd like to listen to more, please check out the archives. I have over a year's worth at this point of archives of weekly shows. So I know someone will do the math, and I'm grateful that it's not me, but 4 shows a month for 12 months. Was that 30, 40, 58, something like that? I don't know. A lot. There are a lot in there. Please check out the topics. We've had some really fun ones. So, all right. So today we're talking about what's reading from the haves, not the have-not. Okay. So the actual subject that I wrote up, the little description was, what does your body have that you haven't acknowledged? This reality teaches us to create from what's missing, being on whole instead of on firm ground. What would life be like if we started from what we have, not from what's missing? Okay. From the first 2 segments, you guys heard me go on about this reality tells us that we create from lack. And for whatever reason, you know, it's to show that we're not separate from others or better than others, or different, or, you know, whatever it is. Oh, I love you, Keisha, including today's show, 57 shows. Well, there you go. How's it get better than that? Thank you, Keisha. So it's like, what, if we're not buying the point of view that we have to have less to create, what would that even look like? Okay. Well, what's interesting is I'm going to, Rioa, sorry. Thank you, Rioa. I'll just call y'all sweet cheeks. How about that? This is what happens when I read things without my glasses on sometimes. Yay, I can call everybody sweet cheeks. So, everything that brought up is very uncreative. Pray for all good, bad, buckle, but church boys with. And if you guys are listening to the show live and you haven't signed into the chat room, because it's interesting, I've been getting emails from people and it's like, oh, I've been listening to your show live. And I'm like, well, did you sign in the chat room? No. Sign into the chat room, you guys. We have so much fun, and it's like a different level. I am referring to your bum, Rioa, because she said I could call her sweet cheeks if I'm referring to her bum. I am. Please sign into the chat room, you guys. It's like a whole other discussion and comments, and you can ask questions, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. A lot of giggles go in the chat room. It's really easy. You go to a2zen.fm, chat room at the top, and you put in your name, and that's it. Nothing to download. Total ease. Okay? All right, excuse me. So what would creating from a place of not lack even look like? And what's interesting is it's like, even how we phrase it, a place of not lack. So one of the things I can suggest is starting to look at the words and how you're using them and saying things and seeing the energy behind it, okay? Because even in that example, it's like, okay, how would I create from not lack? Because I know some of us went there. It's like, well, how would you create from, okay, how would I create from not lack? Okay, so energetically, what that sentence is saying is that lack is still real and true, and thing you have to fight against. Okay? You are creating the lack already just by point of view of what would it be like to create from not lack. You're still putting lack as the source of creation. Okay? So that's one of the things I can strongly suggest to you guys, not just with this, with everything. Look at the words you're using and what energy it's creating. Even the way you put things together, not lack. What are you still giving the strength? Lack. Okay? Somebody suggested in the chat room, how can I create from abundance or generous portions? And what can I create from what I have? Something as simple as that. What can I create with what I have? You know, have you guys ever, had what you thought was no food in the house, and then you go, all right, so this is what I have. What can I create from here? You know, I did that right before I went to Scotland. I had very little food in the house, and it was one of those days where I wasn't getting dressed to go get anything, and I knew I was leaving town, so I hadn't grocery shopped, and nothing delivers here but pizza, and my body didn't want pizza, so I'm like, I have no food. All right, look at the question of that. I have no food. Is that creating more, or is that creating lack? Yeah, creating from the place of lack, folks. So instead what I did, I'm like, okay, well, what do I have? And what I ended up creating was this Thai chicken and rice soup that was just friggin' amazing. My sister even walked in. She goes, why does this smell like Benja's? Which Benja's is a Thai food restaurant in southern Utah that all of us just love and adore. I said, because I created the chicken and rice soup. Because that's what I had. Okay? So even something as simple as that, when you acknowledge the potency of that and the ease of that, it's like, well, that was no big deal. You just made chicken and rice soup from chicken broth and rice, right? But 10 seconds ago, I had no food. Now I have this amazing meal that I'm actually feeding to other people as well. So when you acknowledge the potency and the ease of something in a place where you created from what you had instead of what you didn't have, you show up stronger. Okay? So look at the words and how you're saying them and what you're saying. Okay? And then also acknowledge the places you've created from what you have, and it shows up easier next time because you're more familiar with the energy. Because even if you're like, okay, this time I have to create from what I have, not what I don't have. What are you focusing on? You're focusing on all the times that you didn't have, and you're going to do it right this time. Again, judgment, what you don't have. Okay? So when you go back and look through, it's like, oh, that's what that energy was like. That's what that energy was like. That's what that energy was like when I created from what I had, not from the point of view of less. Then that becomes such an integral part of you, and it just becomes who you be. That point of view of not creating from lack kind of just goes away. It becomes not part of your reality so that you can actually just create. Okay? So what's interesting is with that whole, well, what would that even look like to create from not lack is where it would even be in your universe. I know. Some of you are blah, blah, blah. That is, I know some of you guys right now. So everything that brings up, destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, for pocket, nice, short, voice, myth. Please listen to that segment again. Excuse me. Please listen to that segment again, because it's one of these days you'll listen to it and go, oh, got it. Here's the fun thing about the energy, and the other thing that's different about the right body for you and the access consciousness is you already have it. Somewhere you already have it. Okay, listen to that. You already have it. So everywhere you think you don't have it, you don't get it, and so you must search it out. And what does that mean? You're creating from lack. So all the old class swearing, fealties, and promises, commitments to the search for more because you don't have, would you be willing to start and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, block on ice shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay? There's a difference in having it and cognitively going, oh, I understood every word she said. You guys just first acknowledge that you have it. Whatever it is, you have it. Then you go manifest it. And manifest means that it shows up, not how it shows up. You still have the how in there somewhere, right? Whether it be change with your body, whether it be money, whether it be knowledge, whatever it is, you have it. Okay? Sometimes it's just the energy of it, but you have it. And then that allows you to create from that place of have, not from the place of lack. Okay? Cool. So look at the words. And acknowledge that you have it. And go back and look at the places where you actually created from what you had. Like I said, it could be something as simple as like me creating Thai rice soup from what I had. Cool. That was easy energy. And look at the difference of the energy. Okay? For me, that was so amazing of just like, oh, well, if I wasn't lamenting that I don't have this or that or this or that, I can actually perceive everything I do have. Cool. And then I can create from there. And it's a different energy. Okay, so we're going to take a quick little break. I'm going to pet my cat while she's screaming at me. But during the break, while I'm petting my cat, look at your life and start to become aware of those places where you created from what you had, and notice the difference of the energy. I will surefire bet that you weren't going, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this. You were like, okay, so this is what we have. What do we do with it? Cool, let's go from here. Okay? Living doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive those possibilities and those places where you were that potent creator. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it? Right, we're good, bad, block on ice, shorts, boys, and beyond. All right, we're going to take our quick last little break, and when we come back, we will go over these tips a little bit more. Thanks, everyone. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And, excuse me, welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle. I am your host, your body tour guide, your giggle leader, and the person today with the torch or the flashlight, depending on what country you live, shining the light on all the little corners of things we don't like to talk about, that if you actually acknowledged it would change everything. And today is one of my favorite topics to talk about. I remember I used to do a radio show with my mom called Access to Magic. We did it for 4 years. And it was a weekly live show at a broadcast station down in southern Utah. And I remember the first time that this topic ever came up. It was on air, you guys. I was like, and that's when it hit me. I went, wait a minute. We have the point of view that we have to find what's wrong and fix it. Holy crap, how much of my body have I been breaking over the years in my life to fix it? Ah! So, over the years, this has been one of my favorite topics to talk about. Because for me, personally, it changed a whole lot. That it's like we don't have to have something missing to create. We can create just because it would be fun. And not from a wrongness. It's like, well, that was wrong, so I'm going to do something different. It's just like, well, that was fun. What else? Okay? Which leads to one of the other topics tips and tools I would really like to give. And it's kind of a 1-2 punch kind of thing, okay? You guys might have heard of this. The little question is called, what else is possible? We talk a lot about it in Access. And, you know, one of the things we don't talk about a whole lot is, for me, what comes right before I say what else is possible is often gratitude comes right before it. I know some people don't want to use what else is possible because they think they're being ungrateful or selfish. It's like, well, you just won $10,000. Why would you say what else is possible? Crazy bitch, are you not grateful for what you have, what you don't want to, what you think you deserve more? Who do you think you are? You know, all that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people come from that place. So let me say right now, what else is possible is not a tool about selfishness. It's not a tool of ungratitude. It's actually a tool of gratitude and acknowledgement that there isn't a limitation to the world or to your life or to, you know, what's possible, honestly. And so for me, and in using this creating from what I have, so you don't have that 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. It's like, okay, so you just won the lottery, you won $10,000. Cool. I am so grateful. And what else is possible? Not because I'm not grateful for what I just received, but it's like, okay, let's ride this baby. What else? Woohoo, let's go. Keep going. There doesn't have to be that step back anymore, okay? With your body. It's like, oh, so I got rid of a migraine into a little dull headache yesterday, so thank you. What else is possible? Okay? So gratitude for me really precedes what else is possible, even for things that are quote-unquote negative. It's like, oh my gosh, my plane is going to be 2 hours late. Okay. Grateful I have the ability to see that more is possible, so what else is possible? Gratitude actually gets me out of a lot of things, you guys. Gratitude. Not just for the good things. You can also be grateful for the crappy things, the weird things, or the head scratchers. But for me, gratitude really precedes a lot of that what else is possible. Okay? Because with that, what else is possible, you have that gratitude. And you're going, okay, cool. I am not, and the universe actually appreciates it the universe actually is so grateful for you going, okay, cool, you're not stopping the energy flows. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And then you actually open up your receiving even more. Okay? So let me recap. Look at the words. To create from what you have, not from what you have not. Start looking at the words you are using, how you're using them, what energy it brings up. Okay? Acknowledge that you already have it. Acknowledge the places where you already created from what you have, so that you're so familiar with that energy that it just becomes a part of who you are, how you be, and what you be, that you can create from that space easy. And then the gratitude and of what else is possible. Okay? Because trust me, or don't trust me, try it anyway. These kind of things can help you so much, and then you don't have to do that dance of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Fill the hole, take a little bit out so I can actually start to create. Try it. And please listen to the show again, you guys. There was a lot in that middle segment that will be unraveling for days and days and days to come. Okay? All right, and we are ending that 30 days of nurturing you and your body, but if you guys would like to know more about it, please email me. I'm going to make it available, the product. It is kick-ass. A couple of the people who have participated said this has been the easiest 30 days for them ever to do, ever, and that each day is just so full of information. I kind of went gung-ho with it. The people who are coordinating it for me, they're like, you've given them so much. I'm like, I know, but I like it. It's fun. And it's like, what else is possible? Create from what you have. So please check it out, Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Oh, and I just posted a new series called Kickstart the New Year. So we're going to spend the first 4 days of the year getting rid of what this reality says that the New Year targets have to be, so you can actually figure out what you want to create, and then we spend some time getting the energy of what you would actually create for the new year. So it's called Kickstart the New Year. Check it out. It's online. accessconsciousness.com. Look for me, Donnielle, and more information about that will be coming, but I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's going to be a fun series. So, and as always, if you guys would like to have any information, any topic that you and your body would like covered, that we might not have spoken about yet, please let me know. Drop me a line, Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com, and let me know. I would love to hear. I'm always curious about what is out there. You know, I'm pretty good at reading people's heads, and sometimes I like to hear words. Hey, I'm a writer. Words work for me too. So please check it out. What would you and your body like to know more about? Okay? And if you want to know more about the Kickstart series, check that out. Donnielle, you can email me, Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com, or you can also register and find out information at accessconsciousness.com and look me up. I am changing my website, and my website did it very cheeky by restarting the other day. It was interesting. Sitting in the middle of a coffee shop in Edinburgh, and it reset to the beginning. After swearing, I went, okay, what else is possible? And I'm like, well, I do want to revamp my website. See, gratitude is what else is possible. All right, so you guys, what else is possible when you create from what you have? Okay, remember, look at the words. Acknowledge what you already have. Acknowledge that you already have it. Acknowledge the places where you've already created from the have, so you have that energy, you're aware of it. It's not that unknown that you have to get, because just saying that I have to get it means that you're starting from lack. Please check out the show before if you haven't listened to it. Please do listen to it. It's pretty cool. And then gratitude, what else is possible? Okay? Please check it out. It's friggin' fantastic. So because I want you to have more in the world, and the world wants you to have more in the world. All right. So you guys make it a great week. Make it a happy week. Make it a fun week, and enjoy your body because it's enjoying you. And be back next week because you know what? I will be, and I hope you'll be with me. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.